All right. So, uh, I'm gonna do another rant review on this fucking thing here. Oh, there goes my monetization on this video. Me swearing. Gotta wait at least 2 minutes before you can say the F thing, but whatever. Too late. Don't care. That's what kind of this game puts me in that kind of a mood. Um, So people were asking me to do another rant review of this piece of crap, which is Resident Evil Revelations 1, numero uno, and flipping holy Okay, so I don't again, I'm totally unscripted. I don't really do much in the way of reviews. I never really have. This isn't a review channel. I'm going to reiterate what I said in the Code Veronica review I did before. I don't review much. I don't really know how to review. I'm still new to this whole thing. I'm just kind of winging it. No script, nothing like that. Just me going off the cuff about how this game made me feel. And the good things and the bad things that I remember of it. Maybe I'm going to forget some stuff. Maybe I'm going to, repeat myself a couple times. Who cares? That's the whole point. I'm gonna go off about this wonderful game here called Resident Evil Revelations 1. I never thought in the entire time of me playing the Resident Evil franchise that there was going to be a new king of Shit Hill, a new king of Turdville. I don't know what even to call it. And this game dethroned Code Veronica by being a bigger piece of shit than Code Veronica. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that's possible, but it worked. This game managed to do it. I was never a fan of Code Veronica. I still am not a fan of Code Veronica. I don't think that game is very good. I have been playing it lately off stream, just to see if I could, get a little further than I did while I was streaming it. But playing it off stream even is like such a chore. Can't do it. It's a boring ass game. I don't like it. But this game, at least I'm trying with Code Veronica again, you know what I mean? At least I'm giving it another shot. But this game, Revelations 1, holy shit. I will never play this again. It's terrible in every way. And I'm gonna let you know what the fuck is going on with this game. Why is it so bad? Well, let's start with the characters. Holy shit. What a bunch of shitty characters. And, if you don't have a good list of characters, then you're not going to have a good game. This game has. I don't honestly even remember the guys, the people's names in this. Okay, I got them written down because that's how little I remembered about this shit. So, okay, Parker is Jill's partner in the beginning of the game. And Jill is in this game. You get to play as Jill, and so is Chris. You get to play as the big two of the Resident Evil franchise. The big four, I guess, would be them and Claire and Leon. So that's the big four. You get to play as two of the big four in this freaking game, and it still manages to be a festering pile of shit. Now, a little backstory about this game is it started off on the 3DS or the Nintendo DS or something like that. One of those shitty consoles, handheld things. And they ported it into a few consoles. I got my copy on the PS4 from the PlayStation Store, and I'm in Canada, so I paid about $25 for this game, and I want my money back. I want like $50 back, not just my 25. Give me my $50 back because I feel like that's what they owe. They owe me money for playing this. It's so the characters are so stupid. Parker, there's a Jessica chick. There's a guy that looks like Conan O'Brien. I don't even know. I don't have a clue what his name is. I forgot his name because he is so. All the characters are irrelevant. They try to give the characters backstory at the end of the game, but you never see any of the characters again in the franchise so far. And this game is what, 8 years old now? Not a single sign of the characters from this game are in any future game out to this day. And I'm recording this in beginning of June 2020. So that's pretty sad. It's 8 years ago this game came out, and nobody seems to have given a little bit of a shit about any of the characters that were in this game. Not even Capcom, the people who made the characters, because this game has a sequel called Revelations 2, which I'm streaming right now currently. I'm about to actually beat it, and as of the making of this video. I didn't stream it tonight because I was a little busy with other shit, but that game is sick. That game is so epic. I really like Revelations 2. It reminds me a lot of, Resident frickin' Evil. Something this game didn't. Like, look at this shit. I'm killing hunters on top of a frickin' freight box or whatever, the freight container. And hunters are a Resident Evil villain, but I did not feel like I was playing Resident Evil the entire frickin' time I was playing this piece of shit. Man, they in the beginning with Jill, they put you on a cruise ship, and your objective is to do a bunch of shit on the cruise ship. And there's a big plot that goes along with it. You're working with your buddy Parker, who we've never seen before and we've never seen since, on this mission. What is the mission? I don't fucking know, because the story's trash and it's irrelevant, and the plot is just so dumb and convoluted. There's so many cutscenes, and they don't draw you in any of them. The cutscenes are freaking boring. The plot is freaking boring. The characters are so lackluster. They're just nonsense. There's multiple new characters to this game that come into the franchise that we just don't give a shit about. They try to give them a backstory somewhat in the game, like I said before, but there's not really any meat and potatoes there. The backstory is just, here's how these characters came into be, and hey, guess what? The two that you fucking play as, they know each other. Oh, the Conan dude is is he a good guy or a bad guy? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Oh, it turns out he's a good guy. Oh no, it turns out he's a bad guy. Oh, who fucking cares? It's just so, I don't give a shit. The big bad dude in the game with the white beard, that's all I know about him, is that he had a big white beard. Is boring as hell. Sucks. Not compelling at all. What's at stake in this game? I don't fucking know. Somebody tell me in the comments, because I don't remember. I don't care. At least with Code Veronica, you had Bitch and you had Ashford, okay? They were shitty characters. I hate them so much, but at least I hate them. You know? That's the thing with Code Veronica is, yes, horrible game. Easily one of the worst in the franchise. As so far. I still have to play Resident Evil 6 and Resident Evil 7. I haven't played those two games. I know everybody seems to hate Resident Evil 6. So we'll see what happens with that frickin' game. But I have faith in that game, to be honest, because I'm enjoying Revelations 2, and Resident Evil 6 seems to be pretty similar to Revelations 2, so we'll see how that goes. But I digress. The point is, Code Veronica is trash so far, okay? And I'm replaying it now off stream, and it's still trash. So I don't have anything really nice to say about that game. But at least with the characters in that game, they had something of substance, even if it was negative. Little Steve bitch side is the bitchiest bitch I've ever seen in a video game. He's just such a bitch. I don't like that guy. I hate Steve Burnside, but at least I hate the guy. What do I feel about, for example, these two little pieces of shit on screen? I specifically searched for this part of the game on my streams where I played as these guys, because I just didn't give a fuck. Who cares about these characters? Who are these characters? This guy? You're doing some shit for some work for this guy? Who is that guy? I don't know. For some reason, Jill's under him. He's Jill's boss? What? Huh? I've never even seen that guy before. What the fuck? And now it's all being dramatic and shit. I don't care. I do not give a fuck. Why is it so dramatic? What a disaster. Exactly, game. You stole the frickin' words right out of my mouth. What a disaster. This game is exactly that. It's a disaster because there is nothing here. There is nothing here. Nothing resembles Resident Evil in any way at all. Jill is one of the coolest female characters in video game franchises, period. And she is a shell of her former self in this game. She is Speak of the devil. I love Jill so much. She's awesome. But in this game, she is not herself. She is just, and really neither is Chris. They don't really offer anything that you don't recognize either of these characters in this game. I didn't recognize Jill. I didn't recognize Chris. I mean, Chris was kind of like himself. He's this typical stoic badass, I'm Chris, I'm the boss kind of shit. But Jill is supposed to be this resilient, fucking intelligent, uh, you know, she's got a lot of charisma. That's her number one trait is she's got charisma, and she's got zero of it in this. See, look at what I'm doing here. I'm just fucking trolling. I'm trolling because I don't care. Like I didn't mean I did that on purpose, just because I wanted to see what would happen, and because I don't give a fuck about this game. And Jill is just she's got zero charisma in this game. Nothing there. Chris is just kind of boring. He's just kind of there as well. There's nothing really of substance there for him either. Everybody just seems lifeless. And everything is completely barren in terms of the fucking what this franchise used to have with the older games and the games even that come after this game. This is just such a freaking disappointing shit ride. I hate this game so much. God, it's just bad. When you ruin two of the coolest characters in video games by making them just shells of their former selves and just giving them like nothing of substance, then you fucked up. You fucked up. Because like I said, I had to write the guys' names down, Jessica and Parker, to even know who the hell they were. And the red-haired dude that looks like Conan O'Brien, he is officially Conan O'Brien because I don't know who the fuck that guy is. His name he's totally irrelevant, and nobody gives a shit what his name is. Even the chat, when I was streaming this game, even the chat was like, yeah, Conan O'Brien. Like, they were calling him Conan too. Because who cares? He's just there. He's just there for no reason. I don't even see why he's a plot device. He's just so stupid. I just never see I never saw the point of him being in the game. So, anyways, Code Veronica had some bad shit to. I had some bad shit to say about that game, and I still do. I still think that game is terrible. But like I said, at least it had something of substance. At least Resident Evil was present in Code Veronica, where Code Veronica gave us too much of the where the fuck do I go, or not the what the fuck do I do here kind of moments, and what puzzles out the ass. Too many of them, convoluted ones too. Get the thing to put the thing in there so you can get the other thing to get the box open so you can open that door so you can get the other thing so you can go past this fucking area so you can get to the next place in the fucking game. A lot of that in Code Veronica. None of that in this game. None of that. Zero. There is zero Resident Evil in Resident Evil Revelations. Nothing. There's no puzzles. If there's like hardly any, if any at all. I honestly don't remember because I prefer to keep this shit out of my mind. Once I finish this review, I'm wiping my ass with this game, and I'm fucking done. I'm never, ever playing this crap again. I'm literally giving Code Veronica another shot right now because this game was that bad. Like, I am saying, yeah, okay, maybe Code Veronica's not so bad, considering how shit this one is. I cannot believe how bad this is. The enemies are just stupid. And look at this. This is near the end of the game. This exact enemy has been a part of the game since the beginning. That was the first enemy we see. It's one of the last enemies we see, and they're all. It's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 different enemy types in this game, and they all resemble each other. It's like almost one type of enemy in this game, and it's so lame. And the boss fights, oh my god, I don't even remember. Were there any boss fights? Yeah, there was that Titan at the end. Okay, that's one nice thing I'll say about this game. The Titan design at the end of the game with a boss fight, pretty cool design. Let's actually get there real quick, because this is fucking stupid watching this crap. Where is he at? Is he... Oh. Let's fucking go right there. That works. So, this is the boss. The final boss. This guy's a Titan. The only Titan we see in this entire game. and which is fine because Titans are usually a one and done kind of deal, anyways. So I understand. But the point is, when the only redeeming factor of your game is how the Titan is designed, and you got a problem because this game is this boss fight is 2% of what this game actually is. And yeah, this is a cool boss fight, and that Titan looks pretty interesting. But even still, he's not the coolest looking Titan. Mr. X still looks way cooler than him. Nemesis, don't even get me started on how fucking awesome Nemesis looks. That Titan from Resident Evil 6 that I've seen in cutscenes, again, I haven't played that game, but not yet anyways. But that Titan looks pretty sick too. And then what else you got? A Titan? Do I keep calling these guys Titans? Tyrants. My bad. Tyrants. Fuck, I knew I was saying something stupid. Anyways, tyrants. These tyrants are fucking, or this tyrant is fucking okay. He's okay. So even the tyrant, the one cool thing about this game at all is just kind of okay, and he's just, there's not really anything of substance. Like I said, there's nothing to enjoy about this game. There's everything that you could possibly say that's good about this has been done so much better than in other games in the franchise, and everything you could say that's shitty about this game is just full on like fucking foot to the floor, lean on that gas pedal, full of shit, like full shit ahead. It's just that's exactly what everything else about this game represents. It's just nothing. It literally is nothing because nothing happens in this game, and it doesn't matter. And the problem I have with this is if it's a kind of game that doesn't matter, make it non-canon. But guess what? Revelations 1 and 2 are part of the main story. They're both canonical games in the mainline franchise. That's why I played this. That's the only reason I played this game, because I originally thought this was a spin-off. I thought this was a side game, like nobody gives a shit. But turns out it's a fucking main game that nobody gives a shit about. So that's interesting. So I bought it, $25. Cool, no worries. I found some ranking lists online that put this game like somewhere in the middle. Again, what is with people liking these terrible games? Code Veronica and Revelations 1 are in the middle of a lot of ranking lists on the Resident Evil franchise scale. What is going on with that? I mean, those are lists that I'm talking about that aren't even including the non-canon bullshit games. I'm talking strictly the main series. Revelations 1 and Code Veronica are in the middle somewhere on a lot of people's lists. Like above Resident Evil 5 and shit. What are you smoking? I'm not done Revelations 2, but I'm almost finished it, and that game is 50 times better than this piece of shit. And guess what? It's below a lot of people, below this game on a lot of people's lists too. It just baffles me. Like I'm not saying you're not entitled to your opinion, but your opinion sucks ass. It's trash. Why the fuck would you have such a shitty opinion about something like this? Like, come on, man. Like you could see clear as frickin' day that this is trash Resident Evil. Look what we're seeing on screen right now. Like, it's just a mess. It's just trash. I didn't even enjoy this boss fight, and this is the best part of the whole freaking game. And I didn't even enjoy this boss fight. I just couldn't believe it. Like I said, the enemies. There's like one type of enemy. They're all pretty much the same exact thing. There's enemies that shoot you, and then there's enemies that don't, and that's basically it. There's interesting boss battles in terms of this guy, and then there's shitty boss battles in terms of the guy you fight right before this guy, and I don't know, a couple of them before that you kind of just shoot and kill, and that's it. There's nothing to it. It's like that for a lot of bosses in a lot of Resident Evil games, but like at least there's something there with those boss fights. These boss fights are just lifeless and nothing, and that is the thing with this game. How do you rate something, or how do you review something that's just nothing? I'm struggling here. I really this is the kind of thing where I really wish I did write a script for it, because I don't know what to say about this piece of shit. Just drive me. I can't even fucking talk right now. I'm so frustrated watching this shit again. Code Veronica, you talk shit about all the stuff that happens there. Steve and Ashford and all the garbage characters and the stupid storyline and the convoluted gameplay mechanics, like the everything I always mention with that game. Too much of a good thing. Too much classic Resident Evil is in Code Veronica, and zero classic Resident Evil is in Revelations. And that's the contrast here. That's the reason why this game somehow managed to dethrone Code Veronica as the worst game in the franchise thus far. I really, honestly hope it never, ever gets dethroned again. Or this game never gets dethroned. Because I will be, I don't know, I'll probably just stop playing Resident Evil, to be honest, if that's the case. Because it's just too much. Like, I like video games. I like good video games. I like reasonably decent video games. They don't have to be super fucking sick, but they do have to be entertaining. This game was just nothing. I felt like I wasn't even doing anything when I played this game. I felt like it's extremely... Okay, here's another problem I have with it. It's so freaking linear. Like, there's times where you're trying to figure out where to go. I'm going to rewind it a little bit so you get to another different spot. There's times where you're trying to figure out where to go, and you just like, oh, okay, it's just basically follow the path. There's like an icon written on your map, where you're supposed to go, and then you just follow the path around the linear fucking corridors and shit. There's nothing really to the game in that sense. You just go from one room to another, getting things, and then that's it. And the environment, like the ship environment, is cool in theory, but executed so poorly in this game. There you go. You can see the two shit characters that nobody cares about. There's Conan O'Brien and there's Parker. And the other chick, fucking with the one pant leg, is that's the Jessica chick. And I couldn't remember any. I still don't know the Conan guy's name. But like I said, and these characters are like, they're trying to make you care about these characters, and you just don't. Every time they're on the screen, I wanted them to get the fuck off the screen. I don't care. There's just nothing there. There's nothing for me to give a shit about. These characters don't matter. They do not matter. They should have all died and should have just been fodder for the main bad guy. And the main bad guy should have been cool, or at least something there. Who the fuck was even the main bad guy? Was that a guy with the beard, which we never even see or play as against in the game itself? The final boss, that tyrant we just saw, is completely irrelevant. It's just some dude. It has no relation to the plot whatsoever. It's just some random guy. There's nothing there. Like, that's the biggest thing you can say about this game, is it's nothing. That's so frustrating. They made a game of nothing. How does that even work? How do you make a game nothing? At least Code Veronica was shit, okay? But there's a difference between being shit and nothing. I would much rather, talk about shit than talk about nothing, or play a shitty game than play a nothing game. Because at least with the nothing game, or at least with the shitty game, you can talk shit about it and have fun with it. Like, talking shit about this game, what is there to talk shit about? I mean, I've been doing that there's the bad guy. There's whatever the fuck's his name is. Douchebag. I'm going to call him douche. You can't... I mean, I've been talking shit about this game since I fucking started this rant review. But mostly, I'm struggling to find things to say about it because there's nothing really to this game. So, it just makes me mad that Chris and Jill have to be in this piece of shit game. It really should have just been, I don't know, give us some characters we not really super, super attached to. I don't know. This should have been like a Barry Burton game, Everybody likes Barry. Barry's cool. Barry's awesome. But he's not up there with, how much love that the majority of the Resident Evil fan base has for, like, Jill, Chris, Claire, and Leon. That's the big four of this franchise. Those guys are the people that we give a shit about because they've been around since day fucking one, pretty much. So when you make a shit game like this, please don't ruin two of the best characters in the franchise by putting them in this game as a main fucking focus, because they're surrounded by shit and they don't belong in an area surrounded by shit, in a game surrounded by shit. This should have been like, I don't know, what's that other guy's name? Hunk? He should have been the main character in this game. We should have been playing as him the whole time, because Hunk has his fan base, but for the most part, most people don't really give a shit about him on the scale that we care about Jill and Chris. Why would you do that to these characters? The reason they did that is because they wanted us to have a reason to buy this game and to play it. The main reason I bought this game is because I'm such a Jill fan, and I was excited to play as Jill again in a main title in the franchise. And then we got this piece of shit. And oh my god. Oh, speak of the partner system. Holy fuck, the partner system. What do they do? What's the point? Partners or escorts that you're escorting throughout the missions in certain games usually do something, one thing or the other. They're either useless and in the way and causing you grief, or they are assisting you in a positive way. The partners in this game do neither of those things. They're just there. They're useless on a different scale because they don't do anything. Like, there's times when you get picked up by... There's been so many fucking times when I got picked up by a fucking big-ass monster or some shit. And if this was Resident Evil 5, Sheva would have been on that shit, like, white on rice. She would have been like, nah, fuck that bitch. And she would have slapped his fucking tentacle off or whatever. Yeah, there's lots of tentacle shit in this game, too. She would have sliced his hentai tentacle off, and you would have been fucking on the ground, and then the two of you would have been fighting the monster together again. And it would have been sick. But the fucking partners in this game don't do shit. They just stand there and just like, hey, stop, put them down. Put them at they're dead. Oh, that's too bad. Just shooting the fucking guy. Who gives a fuck? They did nothing. The partners did nothing. But they also don't even get in your way either. They're just there. Why are they there? What's the point? That's so dumb. Stop making the fucking shitty fucking, partner systems for no reason. We don't need them. And look at this trash. Now I'm fucking lugging this piece of shit around that I don't give a fuck about. I don't care about Parker. He's done nothing. He was my partner at the beginning of the game. Now he's making it so he's hindering me and my ability to advance faster in the freaking throughout the mission because he's making me walk slow. Like, dick. What a dick. You're useless, and then you're super useless. What the fuck? Like, I don't want these characters in the game. I hate this shit. And look at these boring ass enemies, man. None of them are scary. This is just nothing but it's just pure garbage. It's just not what Resident Evil should be. Boring ass enemies. Zero story that holds our interest whatsoever. Awful fucking big plot line with incorporating the main baddie in the game and all this shit. Zero pointless effort made on the partner system. The scanning device shit. Oh my god, what is this, Metroid Prime? Like, what the fuck is the scanning shit all about? They fucking did away with that in Revelations 2. Thank fuck for that. But look at this crap. Like, I'm trying to shoot the big ass thing to explode it, and it doesn't even fucking blow up. Oh my god, I thought it wasn't even gonna blow up, but it did blow up. Whatever, fuck it. This is just so I'm just so frustrated. There's just nothing to say about this piece of shit. Like, if you're gonna be bad, now the guy's in my way. See, this is what I'm talking about. A fucking partner. He's supposed to be my partner. He's just fucking standing around. Dude's not even fucking doing anything. Yeah, he's killing a bad guy. Who gives a shit? I could do that. He's not even doing a good job of it. This is one of the easiest dudes to kill in the game, and he's just fucking taking his sweet ass time. Oh my god, man. I just can't stand this shit. And they don't even hold the door open for you either. What a bitch. Like, oh god, I hate this freaking game. So that's pretty much it I gotta say about this. Like, again, I didn't have a script. I don't know what to say about this piece of crap, but it's just it shouldn't exist. There's no reason for it to exist. It's just a bad extension of the Resident Evil franchise, and for sure, it is the worst game in the franchise, bar none. So far, I've got only 2 left to go. Out of all the games in the franchise that I've played Remake 1, 2, and 3, original Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I played Code Veronica, I played Revelations 1 and Revelations 2. And those are pretty much, well, besides 6 and 7 as well, that's pretty much all the canon games right there. 6 and 7 I still have to play, and I will. But for now, this is, I don't see either of those games ever dethroning this pile of shit. I wouldn't be surprised if one of the non-canon games, like maybe Dead Aim or Survivor or some shit, or Umbrella Corps or whatever the fuck, dethrones this as being a bigger piece of shit. But as far as the main title games goes, I don't think this will ever be dethroned. It is just terrible. There's no reason to play this. The story brings nothing new to the franchise whatsoever. We don't give a fuck. Like we literally give about as much of a fuck as Jill gave a fuck when Parker just died right there. All right, let me just go back here real quick. And let me just see what she said when he fucking died just now. I'm pretty sure that was funny. Let's see. What do we got here? Okay. So there's, where are we at? We are, hold on a second. Forward just a bit. Move this up. Can this game be over already? I don't know. Is it ever gonna end? It feels like it won't fucking end. Yes! Just kill him! Oh, come on! Rev 2 gets bonus points just for Barry being playable? Oh, that's sick! You can play as Barry in that game? I think someone told me that before when I forgot. It's got 20 more chapters. See, they try to get us to give a shit. Inky better be shitting me right now.
Damn it! Good times, Jill. It was a nice
See? Nice. I love how they barely give a fuck. See?
We have to go.
They don't give a fuck. That's so awesome. Even the game doesn't give a fuck about it. Oh, Parker did. Joe, we gotta go. I know. All right, that's GTFO. Yeah, that was funny. So that's the fucking... You see what I mean? That's the gist of it. Even the game doesn't give a shit about itself. So I'm going to leave it at that. This game doesn't even give a fuck that it exists. And neither should you. Don't ever play this piece of crap. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's shit out of 10. Again, 100%. It's worse than Code Veronica. Never play this game. You got no reason to. Fuck Revelations 1. You want to play a good Resident Evil game? Play fucking Remake 1. Play Resident Evil 3. Play Resident Evil 2 original. Play Remake 2. Play fucking play Revelations 2. That's a great game. This fucking thing can eat a bunch of dicks. And anyways, subscribe to my channel, share this shit around, etc. And fucking join me on a stream sometime, and we'll fucking talk more shit about this game together. And sick. That'd be awesome. All right. Cool.